What's up, shipheads? I'm Jody, and I don't know why anyone would do this, but you're watching Track Mods, and I'm putting windows on the side of this strong back piece here for my Excelsior mod. Got one side done. I'm just gonna go down the other side here. So I'm just holding the pencil real tight, using my finger on the edge as a guide. Okay, let's get our guitar block here. So I'm kind of just going random here. I'm looking at the pattern they give you with the decal, with the window decals, and you got a long one and a couple round ones, a long one, a couple round ones. It doesn't really matter all that much, so I'm just gonna kind of copy that. A couple round ones, long one. Got 5 decks at the front, fading down to 1 deck. Start making some holes. I think I'll start from the bottom and work my way up. So I'm just gonna do 1 hole. Right beside it. So I got 3 holes. Now I got this tiny file. I'm just gonna start at one end. So this is quite tapered, so I can just plunge this in deeper depending on how big I want this window. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at the other side. So I'll do another elongated one right here. This drill bit here is fairly sharp, so I don't have to put much pressure at all to work my way through that, so I can avoid any slipping. That one's nice. So for the round ones, I just make a hole, twist this in a few times, so that's basically how I'm doing it. I'm going to do a bunch of them. Skip ahead. Don't need to watch all this like you'd want to anyways. What's wrong with you? I'll add another long one here. So I'm just kind of using my finger like as a depth gauge here, because I can use the thickness of this file to file it the size I want. And if I hold my finger here, I can prevent it from going in too far. We're getting some pretty decent windows here. Not bad. I'm just going to give it a quick sanding over here. So there's a couple little bendy spots. I'm just going to address that. It's just a matter of getting in there and making it straight, that's all. Like so. Like so. Just try to even those ones up. Some of them turned out a little bit longer than the others, but it's not going to matter. We're not going to see that from space. with the small scale of this and the windows being so small, if they're not all perfectly straight and even, it doesn't really matter. You won't notice that when the lights are turned on. You can see it if it's not lit, but if you light this up, got stuck there. If you light this up, you can't really notice if any of those are misaligned or misshapen. If you take a look at the Enterprise D here, if you take a close look, that looks pretty. Yeah, it's not great. These decals weren't great to begin with. They kind of didn't want to line up to the actual contours of the ship. But when you turn the lights on, they look pretty decent. The main engineering hall there exploding. Those windows aren't too bad. This is the 1/2500th scale Enterprise D. A lot of drilling. Okay, so I got that looking pretty good. Got some windows down the side there. I don't know if I'm gonna do any on this back part here. I could see there being maybe a section here with some, but it would have to be sort of raised up. You know what I mean? With like a little box there for the window to stick up, or maybe carved in like you see on the bottom of the Enterprise D, how those windows are inset. Something like that maybe be nice right there. And maybe some highlights here on the impulse engine, like some grills or something like that. Got the space for it in there. My little cotton piece back. Get rid of that. We don't need that right now. That'll go in right before the light does. Okay, so I've got my secondary hull, and I got some lines plotted out for my window placement. So I cut out the decals for the windows, and I think I'm just going to do the same process I did with the tiny D, and this will be a lot easier because the windows will actually be where they're meant to be. This being one piece of a decal here instead of a whole bunch of little tiny ones. So I think what I'm going to do is apply this decal. I'll drill those out, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. gonna put this just a little lower because I don't want the windows going into that edge. They actually ended up lining up pretty well with the lines I had plotted out. I don't know if I'm even going to do that many windows. I think I might make it a little more subtle with the windows. Just move it forward a little. It keeps looking like this one is curving downwards. I'm gonna see if I can. Just gonna see if I can bend it a little bit. That's a little better. Oh yeah, and then I just moved the whole thing. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's start drilling. One of those posts. I think I'll skip this one. There was a couple up here that peeled off when I was applying the decal. Just gonna add that one. Okay, I got all my windows in the side here. The other side, left out a couple of the round ones, added a couple of the longer ones, add these big windows in the side here, because why not? So we just got to get rid of this film from the decal, and we're good to go. Alright, I've got my little plate for the back where the transwarp engine goes. Just gonna test fit that again. Let's get this tape off and see what we got. Okay, there's what I got. I'm gonna put some colors into that. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'll just let that dry. I think I'm going to end it there for today. I've got a lot done. All these windows drilled out. Got some nice big ones here. Down both sides. Down the side of that. Got that piece made. Man, that looks pretty cool. That's going to look good right there. All lit up. So, thanks for watching, and look out for part 8 coming up within the next couple days.